Welcome. We are the Regional Bilingual Education Resource Network, and today we'll be providing you with a short little clip on how to use GIFs or GIFs to help with language output. If you would like access to all these slides, feel free to type in this bit.ly. You'll have access to everything you see today. Just remember it is case sensitive, so when typing these in, remember to do a capital G, I, F, and L. So you might be asking yourself, who or what is the RBIRN? That's a great question. We are the Regional Bilingual Education Resource Network. The Capital District RBIRN works with 149 different districts and 8 different charter schools. We currently have 1 bilingual program and we work with E&L support. We are grant funded, which means we are free to our districts. We help with PD, coaching, curriculum, and instruction. You can currently find us at Questar 3 BOCES or to your district, and we can come in person or virtually. And if you want to find more about us, feel free to go to rbirn.org, where you can see our PDs, our resources, reach out to any one of us. We're really friendly, so go ahead. We love hearing from you. So, also, RBIRNs are all over New York State. As you can see, there's an RBIRN associated with each part of New York State. Our RBIRN, the capital region, goes all the way from Columbia-Greene County up to the Canadian border. We share the Lewis-Herkimer region and the Otsego-Schoharie-Green region. But we are friendly. Feel free to reach out. So today, we're focusing on what is a GIF or a GIF. I'm going to use the word GIF, but if you use the word GIF, just know that they are synonymous. Why should we use GIFs? How do we insert a pre-made GIF? How can we create a gift? And then at the end, how do we make GIFs student-centered? So really quick, the first one, what are GIFs? A GIF is basically a short video set to a loop. So you're going to see it over and over and over and over and over again. If you look to my right here, you can see a prime example of a GIF, and it will just go over and over and over and over. But GIFs have many other purposes as well. As you look, you can have GIFs for responses, thoughts, feelings, questions, yes. Maybe you're looking for waiting time. You want them to send a message, or you want kids to do something specific like focus or listen. Sometimes people like to put really good inspirational quotes. Sometimes you win and sometimes you learn. Everything is hard unless you do it consistently. And sometimes they're great as visual aids in certain subjects. Like we have them creating, this is molecular biology right here. We got World War II going on. We have math with division, and we have different artists throughout history. So there are many different ways that you can use GIFs in many different subjects and purposes and contexts. Speaking of context, you might be asking, why are GIFs perfect for language objectives? Well, they provide context. They help us understand what's going on. They also give us that exposure. If this is our first time and we don't have that background knowledge, maybe you've never seen DNA before in pictures or slides. Maybe you've never seen a tank or heard of one. Using GIFs, short little video clips that provide those visuals, is really going to help you start to create that background knowledge. They shift attention. So, you have all this writing going on here, but then you have something animated and simple that it doesn't completely distract you, but it allows you to kind of wake up a little bit. Some of them provide body language, and as we know, our language learners need that body language to really help them help what goes on and give them a clear message. Some of them provide very long, lengthy messages, and some of them provide short, clear messages. What's great is that they're viral, they're available, and they're shareable. So not only can you as a teacher share, but so can kids. We're going to talk about that later, about how our students can also share GIFs with us to make it more interactive for them. They're remixable, which means that you can have the same image, put different captions, you can use it in different contexts. You can also have whatever's going on in pop culture to kind of get that background, that buy-in. They can be very instructional and they can be fun. So, ways we as instructors can use GIFs. Number one, to teach new vocabulary. And what's interesting is in order to find a GIF or a GIF, you really need to understand that vocabulary word. And it provides extra little context. It's a short little video. It provides a little bit more than an image, but it's not as daunting as a video, and there's no sound to go with it. So it really allows that language barrier to kind of disintegrate. People use it in narration when they're presenting or in vocabulary journals. We've seen people do screencasts using GIFs, or students can use GIFs to talk about dialogue between characters. It's pretty funny. You can use GIFs for students to write a story, kind of like doing a sequence of events before, during, after. Gallery walks linked to different GIFs. They could have to write a descriptive sentence for every GIF that they view. They could create a whole story going through different GIFs. You have to, or, put them in order and explain why. Why do you think this GIF goes here and this GIF goes here? You can use them to compose emails. This one, it talks about asking, the main character asking about their day. But even, as a teacher, if you want to send out directions or something using a GIF, it's great. You can put it in an email to parents. Like I said, even if they don't speak the language, they see what's going on. And then you can challenge your students to create their own GIFs. They'll probably have a really good time with that. So you might be asking yourself, well, how do you create a GIF? So as you see here, we're going to giphy.com. You can use any other GIF website. When you get to the website, you're going to, right here, want to type in whatever the subject you're looking for. So for me, for my last slide, I was looking for a GIF that said thank you. So I typed in thank you and I hit enter. Then I get to peruse. Look, which thank you GIF do I want? Ooh, red. I love red. I'll click this one. So I go ahead and I click on that GIF. I want to take that link, so I'm going to go over to the side where it says copy link. I want to make sure it's a GIF link, so I'm going to go ahead and copy it. Go back to my presentation, go to insert. I'm going to go to image up at the top, and I'm going to go to by URL, which is another word for link. I'm going to paste my link right there. I'm going to hit insert, and I will drag my GIF where I want it on the screen. Perfect. And I made this a GIF. So as you see, the directions will repeat over and over again, so you have access to them. For our L's, it's great. If they can't read the stuff that's going on the left, they have it on the right. They can start to connect words. A GIF is the image. You can point to certain things and make those connections for them. It's really great for people who struggle with reading or are visual learners like me, and I can go back and keep looking at it, and I don't have to listen to the voice. I can just see it going on and on and on. Now this next one, this teacher decided to use Screencastify to create GIFs. There are many platforms out there to create GIFs, but I feel like we are all pretty familiar with Screencastify. And a lot of things that you're already doing, this is just one extra step, so it's not as backbreaking or crazy. And I'm going to let her do the talking. She's going to show you how she created a GIF for using MLA format for her kids.
I'm here today to talk to you about how to use Screencastify to create a GIF for your students. You can use this to model things and show students on repeat how to do something over and over and over. Maybe there's something that they always forget to do or something that you really want to emphasize. You can also create GIFs real quick to pop into an email or to post on Google Classroom so students can access your directions quickly. For students who need visual directions, this can be a really powerful tool. First of all, you will need to have a Google Doc open. I'm going to come up here to my toolbar. You can see that I have the Screencastify Chrome extension installed. I'm going to click on it. Now, because this will be a visual on repeat without audio, I have my microphone turned off and I want it to record actions that happen within my browser tab. So I am going to click record. It will count me down. For this particular GIF, I have decided to create one that will show students how to do the MLA format in a paper, heading, and so on and so forth, something that they always forget, and I want to just have that on repeat for them so they can go back to that and reference as needed. I'm going to come here and I'm going to type what I want to type. I'm going to show them that the title will go here. Then I will come up here and I will stop. Here we are. Once I stop that, it will pop up in Screencastify in the place where I am now going to publish it. Typically, you might copy the shareable link, share to Classroom, publish to YouTube, however you'd like to share it with students. But in the case of creating a GIF for your students, you're going to instead click on the download button, and you are going to click on this last option, Export Animated GIF. So once I click on that, you can notice that, first of all, if I make the file size any larger, sometimes if you have something that's a little bit longer, you'll see this error message, and you can kind of drag it down or figure out how to trim it within Screencastify so that it meets the size limit. So then I can click Export, and it's thinking down there. Has completed. You'll see a button where you can then download your GIF. From there, once you download it, it's really up to you where you want to insert it. Like I said before, you can insert it in emails to students and parents. You can post it on Google Classroom, or if you are maybe leaving feedback for students in a Google Doc, you can add it in their Google Doc. If you are working in, let's say, a Google Slides assignment, you can come up here and click Insert Image, and you can add it to your Google slide where it will then play on repeat for students. Another use for this might just be to create a fun little encouraging message to post for students that will play again and again. I like to, when I post a new assignment for students and they're about to start writing, I like to insert a happy image. Sometimes I'll insert a GIF. Sometimes I will find a pre-made GIF, but why not create your own for students to have your face encouraging them, giving them a thumbs up, or just an encouraging message that they will see typing again and again and again as they work on their paper. Hope this has been helpful, and you are now thinking of ways that you can create your own GIFs and share them with students to help them remember the things that they need to remember.
Awesome. So she did a fantastic job walking us through the steps of how to create a, as she says, GIF, as I say, GIF. Both are correct, so whatever makes you happy. And you know, that's just the beginning. Once you kind of get sucked into the rabbit hole, there's so much more you can do. And the real challenge is is having students create GIFs on their own. And you know, when they do that, they're really showing that they understand a concept or what's going on. So they're able to teach a concept. They really have to understand that vocabulary. They can use it to create a story or a poem, represent a character or a theme from a novel, symbolize an idea, respond to an exit ticket. And I also like to use them for social emotional check-ins. I think it's really great, you know, when you're allowing kids different ways to show how they are feeling, especially our language learners. They could find an image, and even if the image is written in Spanish or Portuguese or Japanese, the visual, the little video that goes along with it really helps you understand how they're feeling. So it's a great resource and a great way to kind of go over the language barrier and allow them access to content. And that is the end of our presentation. Feel free to reach out if you need any guidance or any more help, and I hope you got something from today. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a fantastic day.